Good morning, everybody. Just enjoying a nice coffee in this beautiful weather today. It's like steaming hot already. A lot of cloud in the sky. Well, there's some over there online, but it's pretty clear and really starting to get humid. So today's video is, I'm just going to break it down pretty quickly. I get asked this question a lot: what's the best training program for me to do? Not me, but other people are asking me that question. So you know, there's lots of different programs out there. There's lots of different ways of training. So you know, the most kind of common one is splits. So splits is, you know, every time you go to the gym, you're going to hit a muscle group. So you do, let's say you do chest one day, back the next day, shoulders the next day, legs the next day off, arms the next day, you know, and so on. So what happens there is, you know, if you, let's say you hit chest on a Monday, by the time you get back to doing chest again, it might be 6 or 7 days before you're hitting that muscle group again. So basically all the hard work you're putting in is, the next time you come around to do it, you know, the muscles haven't been used again since that time. So you're not, you know, you don't really get a lot of gains. You're not going to make a lot of progress with doing that. Having said that, a beginner, someone that hasn't lifted before, is going to make progress no matter what they do. If they're in the gym lifting weights, they're going to make progress, but they will hit a plateau pretty quickly. So generally, you know, splits are much better designed for, I'm going to say bodybuilders. Now, I think we're all bodybuilders. If you go into a gym, you're trying to change your physique, you're a bodybuilder, right? But I'm talking about bodybuilders, people that compete. They want to put as much size on as possible. They want to be cut. They want to be ripped. Excuse me. So, you know, these, we're going to call them bodybuilders, right? So they're able to train twice a day. So, you know, all of the things that I just spoke about, they'll hit 2 muscle groups a day. So they might go and do chest in the morning, they'll go home, they'll rest, they'll sleep, they'll eat, they'll go back to the gym in the evening, and they'll do another muscle group, and then they do the same again the next day and the next day and the next day. They might take a Sunday off to recover. Also to note, their nutrition's going to be on point. They're going to be eating enough calories, they're going to be getting all the macros that they need to get. You know, they're getting enough recovery and rest and sleep, because like, it's almost like that's their job, right? Where the rest of us, we've got jobs, we've got families. I'm not saying they haven't got families, and some of them might well have jobs, but generally they get to the gym twice a day, which is, you know, that's hard work. It's a lot of dedication. So the alternative, and it works for me, it works for a lot of my clients, is doing a push pull legs. So basically what you'll do is, on a Monday you'll do a push workout. So you'll do, the best way to do it, or the way to do it is, like, you'll go, let's say on a Monday, you'll do 4 exercises on the chest, 2 on shoulder, throw some triceps in there as well. The next day you'll do a pull workout where you're going to do back, obviously, and biceps. The next day you're going to do a leg workout. So the way to split it up is, and then on the, let's say the Thursday, you take a day rest just to recover. So like I said, you're going to do 4 on chest, 2 on shoulders and triceps. On the back day, the pull day, you're going to do back and biceps. On the leg day, the best way to split it up, I think, what works for me, is, like, I'll hit quads on the first leg day. When I go back, I'll do glutes and hamstrings with some calves. So when you do your second push day, you'll do 4 on shoulder, 2 on chest with some triceps. The second pull day is still a back day, obviously, and biceps, but just swap the exercises. Don't do the same exercises as what you did on the first pull day. Just try and change it up a little bit, so the body doesn't get too used to doing the same thing over and over again, which is pattern overload, right? If you just keep doing the same thing all the time, you're going to hit a plateau and you're going to stop growing. You might even go back the other way. So, you know, you've constantly got a pattern overload. Progressive overload is it's, you know, it's trying to increase what you're doing kind of on a weekly basis, but you don't go crazy. You might up the reps a little bit, you might up the weight a little bit, but it's constantly got to get harder. in the gym. It must get harder, otherwise the body adapts to it and just thinks, right, this is what you want me to do, so I don't need to grow anymore, I don't need to make any changes because I know what I'm going to do, right? So you've got to keep kind of shocking the body into doing something a little bit harder, even if it's just a tiny amount of weight. Maybe it's 1 or 2 more reps, you know, you're making it harder for the body. So that's pretty much, you know, the difference between splits and push-pull legs. So, you know, if you haven't done a push-pull legs workout, give it a try. I found that, you know, it's a lot more exciting. You kind of you have a tendency to get kind of bored, especially when you're doing splits, because it's the same thing all the time. I've made more gains. I feel better by doing push-pull legs. So yeah, you know, I just think it's just a better way of working out. Like I said, unless you're a bodybuilder or you're a beginner, then go obviously do splits. You know, I mean, experienced bodybuilders are going to do what they do anyway. They're not going to listen to someone like me. But yeah, most of my clients, like I said, they're doing, I get them doing like a push-pull legs workout, and they're getting gains. They're improving all the time from it. So yeah, so let's pretty much wrap that up. I mean, I'm gonna take you to the gym. Today's a leg day for me. I've been pushing heavy for like the last 6 to 8 weeks, and this is another thing to bear in mind as well. So if you are strength training as well in with the push-pull legs, you know, you're trying to get stronger and stronger, putting some size on, you know, the body gets kind of worn out. So every 6 to 8 weeks, and I've found that out, I mean, I know this anyway, but I found that out last Sunday. I was doing a leg day. I was squatting. It was a PR for me. So I mean, I was doing 230 on the squat. So I did 3 sets of 3. It's not a massive amount of weight compared to what some people do, but for me, it's a pretty hefty weight. So on my second set, I only did triples, 3 sets of 3. On my second set, I felt something go in my lower back. So I think the form was off slightly. You know, I was in the gym on my own, so I stupidly carried on, which I always do. Every injury I've ever had, it's like you do it in the gym and then you just carry on with a workout because you don't want to stop. But obviously you've got adrenaline going, and you know, you want to get the workout done right. So I felt it go. It wasn't until I got home and you know, my body started, the adrenaline started wearing off. I started getting a bit colder and my back was killing me. So you know, it's like, it's Friday now, that was last Sunday. It's kind of almost back to normal, but I've had a week of like being in a little bit of pain. So just bear that in mind as well, that you need to have a back off week every kind of 6 to 8 weeks. So a back off week is just carry on with the training program, but just lower the load, that's the weight, and just up the volume, so more reps, you know, just keep it light, keep it fun. You know, that's exactly what I've been doing this week. So I've got a leg day today. I'm not going to be pushing heavy. You know, you might look at the weight and think, oh, he's not lifting much weight there, but there's a reason behind it, because my body's kind of had enough. It's basically telling me, you know, I need a little bit of a rest. Now, I can't not train. That just drives me insane. So I still train, but like, I'll up the volume, lower the load, like I said. Excuse me, I'm just gonna have a sip of coffee. Part of the pre-workout, which I'll talk about in a minute. So yeah, so I'll be doing a leg workout, but it's going to be kind of light, just activate all the muscles. You need to give your tendons and muscles a little bit of a rest. You know, your central nervous system's taking a battering for like 6 to 8 weeks, so it needs a little bit of a rest, you know, and it will do you a favour in the long run, trust me. So yeah, going quickly, talking about the pre-workout, I don't really like pre-workouts. They don't really do much for me. You know, all the pre-workouts I've taken in the past, they don't really do anything for me. It's just a flavoured drink. I don't know, I'm not saying that I'm hardcore or anything like that, but I don't think they do much for me. The only one that did was one that a buddy of mine at the gym, he told me, take a scoop of this, you know, you'll definitely feel it. And I did, you know, it gave me incredible focus, pump, I was in the zone. But when I took it 3 days later, I had another scoop, absolutely nothing, did nothing for me. So I'm not a lover of pre-workouts. They don't really do a lot for me. You know, they might do something for you every time you take them. If they do, great, carry on with it. But I just find that, you know, some of the top end ones they're pretty expensive, like they're like $50-$60. And if that's not doing anything for me, excuse me, if that's not really doing anything for me, it's $50 wasted. So I don't really take them. So yeah, I mean, the one that he did give me obviously had stimulants in it that weren't supposed to be there, because you can't buy it anymore. I've looked on the internet and it's just not available. So obviously whoever's in charge of that kind of stuff, they find these products out and they discontinue them. You know, you can't get them anymore. So they are still out there, they're popping up all the time if you're lucky enough to get hold of one. But yeah, so I'm not a lover of pre-workout, so what I generally do is have a couple of coffees before I go and train. That gives me my caffeine. And then I have a breakfast shake every single morning, which I'm going to take you into the kitchen in a minute and go through and show you what I have for my breakfast workout, and that's literally enough for me. That's my pre-workout done. So let's get into the kitchen and I'll show you what I do. Right, so here's the ingredients. We've got banana, we've got superfoods, super greens, superfoods, obviously that. We've got some raw honey, and we've got protein powder. So just quickly, the reason that I use this protein powder, to me this is the best one on the market. It's Dimetized ISO 100. Now this is an isolate protein powder. The difference between concentrate and isolate is isolate has been more refined. Okay, so they've taken more stuff out of it, which normally isn't a great idea. The more refined something is, the more processed it is, the worse it is for you, but not in the case of protein powders. So yeah, it's got less carbs, less sugars, all that kind of stuff. So I always find when I have a concentrate, just whey protein, I always get a bit gassy, feel a little bit bloated after, so that's why I've switched to isolate. Now when I take this, I don't even feel like I've had a protein shake after, but I know I'm getting all of the protein. So this has got like 25 grams of protein, 120 calories, it's only got 2 grams of carbs, 0.5 grams of fat, it's got 5.5 grams of BCAA, so it's a really good protein powder. It's more expensive, but obviously you get what you pay for. That's why I take isolate. So there's lots of different brands, but I think this brand is superior to everything else. So super greens, this is amazing grass. It's chocolate flavour because I like chocolate. They do lots of different flavours, but this is like, you know, this is going to give you all your vitamins, minerals for the day, especially if you don't eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. Take a scoop of this a day and you know you're winning. Anything else you eat on top of that, fruit and vegetables, is a bonus. I like to put a banana in it because it's a slow release of energy. I like bananas. Okay, so the last ingredient is raw honey. Now this stuff is completely raw. It comes straight out of the hive in the bottle. It's not been messed around with. Obviously raw honey is much more expensive than your regular honey that you get, you know, in the store. That's obviously been more processed. So what happens when they process raw honey, they're taking a lot of the nutrients out of it. You know, so raw honey is amazing. I mean, this has got like, I think it's like 20 plus amino acids in it. You know, some of those can be lost in the process of refining it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, just do a bit of research yourself, but raw honey is amazing. So this particular brand, hopefully that's focused in, BU. Now this is a friend of mine, very good friend of mine. That's his company. So he makes this raw honey. Well, he doesn't, his bees do, that'd be a bit weird, but yeah, it's amazing stuff. So he lets me have this. I'm gonna put a link to their website in the description. I think he's gonna hook me up with a discount code, so it's probably going to be like Viribus 10 or something like that, but it will be in the description anyway. So if you wanted to order some, you get 10% off, which is, you can thank me later for that. So yeah, they're based in North Carolina. Okay, so he will ship anywhere in the world, by the way, if you live overseas. If not, you just got to pay postage, but you're getting 10% off as well. So yeah, amazing stuff. So I'm not going to show you me putting it into that, because that would be a bit boring. So let's get on with it. So yeah, just quickly, I forgot an ingredient, because if we put all of that in there, that would be absolutely disgusting and you'd probably choke. So we need to put some kind of liquid in there. Oat milk. I don't take dairy because I don't really want to drink the fluids of another animal. I do have a little bit of cheese now and then, I'm not saying that I don't, but generally I don't have dairy. So I used to drink almond milk, and I found out that where that's made, the crops are sprayed with lots of crappy pesticides and stuff like that. So, and also it's very bad for the bees. They suffer quite a lot. They, because of their taking in when they're pollinating the almond fields, or they're getting poisoned basically by the pesticides. So I've stopped drinking almond milk. So oat milk in fact I prefer oat milk. It's nicer. It's got lots of calcium and vitamins and that kind of stuff. So it's just a nicer drink than obviously milk and almond milk. So I just wanted to add that in as well. So we're going to put that in there. Right, so there it is. That's all the ingredients. So there's about 8 to 10 ounces of oat milk, the banana, the honey, scoop of protein powder, scoop of amazing greens, amazing grass, superfoods, whatever you want to call it. So let's give this a blend. All right, so it's all blended up, mixed up, and it mixes up really nicely. The ISO protein powder mixes up really nice. You don't get any kind of powdery bits left. So it's absolutely gorgeous. So that's what I have as basically my breakfast every morning. Call it pre-workout, whatever you want to do. That with a couple of coffees. You train in, like, let's say half an hour to an hour later. That's enough for me. Obviously I'll eat and have protein straight after I've trained. Now with the ISO, once I've trained, you need to get protein in your body as soon as possible. So the best way, I think, to do it is just shake a bottle, scoop of protein powder, water. That way your body hasn't got to break down oat milk. It's just, you're getting the protein straight away, which is, you need that. It's very important. And just a little quick note on protein powders. If you put it in a shaker bottle, you shake it up and you still get powdery residue left, that's an indicator that it's not very clean. There's a lot of fillers and crap in there that you don't want. ISO, especially the dimetize, you can just give it a few quick shakes, it's mixed. So it just goes to show you how clean it is. So that's basically it. So I'm going to wrap everything up now. I'm going to take you to the gym. We'll go through the leg workout. Everything that I do, I'm going to put in the description, so you know exactly what the kind of leg day is. Now, like I said, this is not a strength training workout. It's just volume, just to activate everything, because I'm having a back off week. So yeah, I'll see you at the gym. All right, so we're here. We're at the gym. Let's get in there, get this leg workout done. See you in there. just finished that leg workout. Well, I'm lying actually, I didn't just finish the leg workout. It's 8 o'clock at night. I finished that leg workout about 5 o'clock. I had a couple of clients after, and I stupidly forgot to do a transition and say thanks for watching and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I need to get in the shower and eat. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, I'll appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot, mate.